Hello, this is Lyonhand. Welcome to the zoo. So I'm in Halo 5 Forge right now, and I'm playing on the PC, but you can also do this on your Xbox. And I'm going to walk you through a few things on this map that I built earlier this week. This took me about 3 days. It used to take, a map like this would probably used to take me 2 months, but I have a lot of practice. So, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to finish up the map, pressing Y, going to prefabs, and this is popularly available to everybody. There's a Lyonhand objective blue base, which comes with the general objectives for the neutral objectives, red base, and then camera drop, which is one I'm going to use. And I don't do anything fancy with the cameras, and I probably need to redo it a little bit. I think I'm going to put it right there. There's a lot of motions you can do with the cameras and setting up multiple cameras and showcasing stuff. I just don't do it. Needs to be adjusted a little bit. Let's go to what else is selected? I guess the ground is selected. That makes sense. That's why it was locked. Move it up a little bit. Okay, it's at point 1. Let's move that one down a little bit. This one's off on the side a little bit. Let me move it over here. So what these things are, these are your cameras right here, and these cinematics are where your intro and in-game poses come in. And the way you want to do it is you want to go to snap 0.001 inches on the top left of your screen, and you want to have it almost phased in with the bottom level of the ground. That way the feet of the poses actually contact. Okay. Okay. That's generating lighting. I wish I hadn't done that. Okay, right there. Now this camera is going to be your main overview, and I think I want it. Let's see. Let me just look around real quick. There's a lot going on in this level. If anybody's wondering, I'm recording with a Blue Yeti microphone, and I absolutely love it. It has such a good quality to it. Okay, I think this is the perspective I want. Now, let me find the camera. It's right here, and this takes some finagling. And then you can go to Object and hit Preview. And that's pretty good. Let's move it by 5 over, 5 down in degrees. Let's hit preview again. I want it to be a little bit lower, so let's move it down 2 foot or 2 units. I think it moved down 4 units, and let's move it back up at 2 units. Alright, that looks pretty good right there. Yeah. Now I have these pipes here, and these are standard color pipes. This is a 128 with 245s. I wanted a lesser slope here, so I put 245s on there. And let's change the color. It's at details, which is your standard. And let me show you a trick here. You can change the color by going left or right on the D-pad or your thumbstick, and it will select, and you can all these preset colors, or you can go to yeah, I think I want it at 80%. So I'm going to go back to details, and I'm going to show you a trick. I'm going to set it at details, and now I'm going to hit RB, and it takes me to map options, or you can press X, select object properties, map options, and tool settings, map options, and we're going to select details here. And this is a nice option you can do on PC, is you can skip all the colors and see all of them at the same time. The other really nice thing you can do on PC is you can put in your own value settings. Okay, let me come down here. I'm going to show you this real quick. Oh, I forgot to do this earlier. I'm going to make a new prefab, so I don't have to adjust this every time. And if you have a certain object you use every time, or presets, doing prefabs will save you hours of time every single game. So press up on the D-pad to create a new group. You can also create a new group by going to object properties. So I'm going to save over. I didn't see it. Did you see it? No, I didn't see it. Objective red base. Should be right here. Well, let me just make a new one then. Object properties, save new, and I do Lyonhand cam drop. Okay, and you'll be able to, let me see if I can go to, and I'll go to prefabs, file options, search visibility, and it's under my bookmarks now, so you'll be able to find it. And I already have this one set up in game, so I don't need that. I was just putting it there for prefabs. Okay, now let me walk you through this level. A lot of places to spawn, and I'm not doing the objectives on this map. Oddball might be nice. I might set up oddball. Okay. So what I began with in this level was this cylinder here, and I did have Tartarus Gavel, but I downgraded everything. And then I built this up and down. This takes you to the top of the level. Where you can grab a sniper. Now, if you had boost backwards, you could have got a Razor's Edge, which will destroy on this level. You can usually take out about 2 opponents. Down there, there's a Hailstorm, and there's another Hailstorm somewhere else on the map. I think it's right there. That will also destroy. I think it's a little bit faster than the Razor's Edge. And it may be downgraded later on during gameplay. Okay, so I'm now at the top of the level. And I have the Halo 2 beam rifle. I did have a Delta on here, but it was overpowered. But I only had it on here because I was fighting the Tartarus Gavel. And let's see. Pistols are great. This is a DMR, and it has threat marker on it. So if you see a little blue beam that comes out, it will actually connect to your HUD, and it will show your target linked. So if they go undercover, it will show their exact location for about 5 seconds, so you'll know exactly where they are behind cover. It gives you a huge advantage, and I just love this weapon. I put it on, I don't know, probably a quarter of my maps with the threat marker. Just such a neat feature. If you ever use the Hydrants, it's basically the same thing. Here's an assault rifle with kinetic bolts. I'm just going to jump to the bottom again. There's no fall damage in Halo 5. Halo 2 battle rifle. And this is my brother's idea, is to put this little alcove here. Actually, he wanted the alcove right here where you can hide, but there's a shotgun there. So you can crouch a little bit, like if somebody's coming up, you can jump out. And if you think they're too much of a threat, you can just go out the window. Surprise them. And move on. And so this is a map that was inspired by Hang 'em High from Halo 1 and Prisoner from Halo 1 or Halo CE. Some people call it Halo Anniversary now. And some Halo 3, I don't remember what map. See those, that gives you a little more, it gives you a little more cover on this third level. And then I added this part right here, which is from Lockout. You know, when you're coming up the ramp, there's this little spot where you can always ambush them. I added that. I think I'm going to add some sticky grenades right there. That's good enough. Okay, so let's see. Seen that. Here's a Spitfire, which is a plasma pistol. It shoots. Has a little bit better tracking on it. And it shoots decently fast with this. I have these pallets set up pretty random over here. And for the temporary, I have a Halo 1 combat assault. Now when you place it in the map, it doesn't have a speed boost like you do in Super Fiesta, but you still get, you can still kill in 2 or 3 shots. I think it's 3 shots, 3 headshots. And it's a little bit faster than the regular Magnum. So if you're good at strafing, you can really destroy your opponents. Okay. Here. So, let's see. This is an 8x8. And we're going to go down to primitives. And I'm going to choose detailed 8x8. 8x8. And it magnetized right there. I do not always do magnets. I do it a lot. And I'm kind of, there's 2 different fields in Forgers. Some people don't use magnets at all. Like the person who made Guillotine in Halo 5 didn't use magnets at all that I could tell. And it's just simply amazing they could make such a complex map like that. And then I have, there's another field which says you can use whatever blocks over and over. Like you could do this. Like, let me give you an example. So I already had the 8x8 selected down here. Like, so let's say I duplicated it up here just to be faster. Bam. And then it's corrected. Now, the other field is that you want to have the exact measurement every time, 16x8. But I think of things a little bit differently, and I really like this. So let's see. Just gonna get this close. Looks really good. No, you know what? I'm gonna bump it up against it so I get it. I don't like it. Okay, there it is. Let me see here. Do I like it more like that? I can see it more, but it actually distracts more. So I'm going to rotate it 90 degrees. Uh-oh. Let's see if I can break the map real quick. Missed it. Well, one of my friends will be able to do it. I know it. They're always being able to figure out things. Jump back up here, and this is the good thing about being in Forge, is that you can relocate yourself faster. Missed it. Okay. Here's the other SMG with the bayonet. That's optional, you know. Let's see what other type of SMGs there are. Gameplay, weapons. Let me show you a trick here with the weapon pad. This is something you can only do in Forge. Okay, I've set it to Nornfang. Deselect. And now I'm going to change it to this is a glitch that they never SAW speeds the bullets of Nornfang. Well, that didn't work. Got full bullets. Every weapon standard is different. This is a good one too. Scatter shot. Let's move the timer down to about 10 seconds. Favorite is to use the Sentinel. Sentinel beam. Okay, that's how you do the weapon pad trick. Gameplay, weapons. I always like to go to faction. Extended mag might be nice. I really don't like the bayonet because I want it to be a be close range to be dominated by the hammer and the shotgun. SMG is kind of a close to it's a close range weapon as well, but silencer, that'll be deadly. So let me just show you these two here, the silencer and the sound dampener. In the terminology for and sound dampeners are the common parlance is silencers. Everybody knows what a silencer, but the technical term is sound dampener. In Halo 5 they have both, and they work exactly the same in Halo 5, but you have two different barrel sets. Can't really see it. This one's a more rectangular barrel set, and this one's more like an oil can barrel set. And I'm going to choose the sound dampener. Replace that. Put that right in the center. So you always want to have your weapons going to the right, because Master Chief is right-handed, and your Spartans are typically right-handed, except in Halo 2. Was Halo 3, were you able to dual wield as well? I think you were, right? You have these. They're going to the right too, so you can pick it up easier. You can pick up things that are left-handed station set, but it will take you a little bit more time in game. So that's just a little feature I like to show. There's the other one where you can get the kinetic bolts. Let me show you where you can get the there's your Halo 2 battle rifle. There's your other Halo 2 battle rifle. That needs to go over here. Actually, I'm gonna, oh man, I'm gonna move it over here. Yeah, see, you don't have to angle these as much because they have a very square butt. That and the DMR I like placing because you can just put them down wherever. Okay. So this, I don't know what this thing is or what these are, these bracings, buttresses are. But that's just, and then these ceiling, but that was a Halo 3 vibe I was adding, a style. Let me see this. I kind of go back and forth. I like that. Now, here's a little trick that I, when things get out of place, you can respawn all objects. And sometimes it doesn't work if they haven't been deleted from the map now I'm going to reset the object location. It puts it back like where it was set to go. Now I'm centering it with the sound dampener. Okay. Now this block, oh. Did you see that? It's not squared. There we are. Okay. Now you're probably wondering how I made this, and I have two different systems working. So you go through the teleporter there, and it transports you through bouncers and gravity slides, gravity bouncers and gravity slides to the top. So here's a teleporter, drops you off, and then you bounce upwards. And maybe there's a better way of doing this. I'm not sure. There's a glitch here. If you thrust backwards when you get to the top, I messed up. I'm just going to pretend I thrust backwards. There we go, I did it. So if you have oddball, you can glitch out on a map like this, and then you won't be able to find it. So let me show you how to place an oddball. Let me find a good location. Here's a good location here. No, it's not. Because blue spawns here, red spawns here, and they're supposed to be fighting over these two power weapons that spawn in the center. Halo 1 pistol is going to be a little bit off. I'm going to put oddball in the corner. Let's make it different. Gameplay, game modes. Ball spawn. I'm not going to do assault or capture the flag because there's not. It's too asymmetrical of a map, and whoever's up top will have too much dominance and command the map. So here you go to labels. Sports ball is your assault mode, and we're gonna move, and the very last one is your oddball. So if you've ever done websites, labels are kind of like your CSS, your cascading style sheets. Oops. Oddball include. Layer exclude. Okay. That's just the way I think of it as a CSS script. And that's CSS is a good way to manage all your web pages within a certain website, so you can do updates and color changes really fast. And same thing with map defaults. Okay, let's see. Speaking of the map, all right. Strongholds. Do I want to do strongholds? I can have a stronghold here. Yeah, let's do strongholds. Gameplay. Modes. Stronghold terminal. You want about 3 of them. Now, there's no correct way to do this. You can have it set up at that height or about this height. Either one is correct. And I'm going to change this to a boundary of a box. Change the length. That's fine. Make it 30. Okay, that one's set up. We'll put one in the corner up here. If you hate what it's doing right there, there's 2 ways to fix how it's it's moving your objects from becoming more spaced or getting closer together where it's just varying. The first is to create a group, and that's probably the easiest way, so it's maintained. The other one is to change world direction or object location, and I think you usually change it to world. That'll work fine for me right there. So that's 2. We need 3. 1, 2. This is a shotgun base. And it is squared. It just overlaps a little bit right here where this ramp is and this is. Angles mess up so much on here. I just saw an error. You see this gap here? I don't like that gap. Let's go to structures. It's not in structures, it's in props. Construction, cables, uncapped, and I want a 1 by, I think a 1 by 8 will be good enough. I'm going to do 1 by 16. Okay, there's 1. And 2. And 5. Now that gap is covered. Oh, there's a gap here too. Nobody will notice that. Alright. Got my shotgun and we're ready to play. Saving. And if anybody wants to know why I took the name of Lyonhand, it's because of my grandma's name was Lyons, and bless her heart, she's no longer with us. And I just thought, you know, hand was something where you're making things, and of course there's the lion heart. You know, there's a lot to learn from history. So it was just also play as don't shoot or expert timing. Expert timing was one of my blog spots, and that's why I chose that as the YouTube video. I probably should have just had his Lyonhand design, but whatever. You can search either and find my information, find my videos, Lyonhand or expert timing. So, okay, forge. Did I save it? I'm not sure. Okay, now I'm going to show you how to set up a custom game. So you can go to Customs Browser, Edit Search, which is add a tag filter. Nope. Wait, this is broken. This is different on Xbox. So easiest way is to search your friends list. So add me as a friend, and then you can find my maps easiest. And I have all the Halo maps that were ever made throughout 1 through 5, and there's a bunch of Halo Infinite maps I haven't looked at and I haven't made yet or remade, and there's some of them I can't do, like streets. I can't do streets because of the curved, one of the curved streets might be, it looks like it's gonna be really difficult, and it's a pretty much a nice map. Or you can do, you can search by players, or you can search by name of the map too. So, okay, and I guess I'll show you how to do a custom search later. I'll probably put in a YouTube short. Let's see. See if this is working on PC. Okay, my bookmarks, and that worked. For me, I can go to my files. Playing custom game. Game mode. And I have a lot of game modes too, so you can get those from my bookmarks. AR Super Thrust is one of my favorites, so we're going to do that. This is probably I haven't really play tested this map on anything but free-for-all, so I'm just going to do the date. And we're going to get into a game. Now this is AR Super Thrust, and you get a bonus to your thrust, and you start with a long shot assault rifle and a sound dampener, so you can sneak up on people with 3 thrusts, so you can get maximum ability to get around or avoid shots. What happened here? Power weapons. Place weapons in spawn. So okay, I have that feature turned off. And there's a lot of things you can do in the custom game modes. There's so much you can do. I have everything from playing as a Marine or ODST to different types of elite setups and grunt setups. I probably have 50 different setups made. Okay, and yep. Probably the fastest thing you can do on this map is get close to people and hit them with a shotgun. It's so frustrating. Okay. Yeah, my emblem is Hannibal Weapon Systems right now, but it's usually, what is it, the Warden? Because it looks like a lion's eye to me, if you ask me. Okay, game over. And let me show you one more thing. If you come down to Slayer, you can turn teams off or on, and instantly it's a free-for-all game. Okay. And let's see. Oh, map. This is where you can do place weapons are on. If you're doing a weapon cleanup time is how fast weapons are taken off the map once they're dropped by a player, so you don't overload the game engine. And it really shouldn't overload the game engine because it's just Xboxes are so advanced. I can't believe it. It can be overloaded. I think it's a problem with Halo. Placed vehicles can be turned off and on. Vehicles can be made indestructible like Halo 1. Don't do that. You'll never get somebody out of a Banshee. Placed weapon pads I had turned off. I'm going to turn that on. Place power-ups are turned off. I'm going to turn that on. Okay, and I'm going to save. Okay. And that's it. And this was recorded with OBS Studios on my PC. You all have a happy Easter.